Eugene, in the heart of where Nike was born. I was the target consumer. I loved those athletes. I went to all of Steve Prefontaine's meets. Bill Barman was a legend. They had me hook, line, sinker.
Been skateboarding for 28, 29 years, I think, and then been in the industry 15 to 17. So just skateboarding my whole life.
When I went to art school, I went for something very different, and I kind of made the switch because I wanted to be a part of the community and culture.
Started with Nike in finance, and I'm clearly not the target consumer, but it's a great group to work with.
If you pursue your passion and you do a great job, opportunities arise, and that's kind of been the story I think I've been able to enjoy here at Nike over the years. So my responsibility is to put together and coordinate the team from product line management, product development. It includes engineering, costing, and design.
You're a liaison kind of between sales and design, or design and development, and kind of planning a line and putting it together based on what a consumer wants or what an athlete wants. If a designer doesn't skate and you do, you can be the guy in between the pro if the pro doesn't want to be like, I want to tell you that like this thing isn't that good.
I'm the middleman between WHQ and Asia, but then also the middleman sometimes between marketing and design. And sometimes I have to be Switzerland, and other times I have to choose a side.
I work on a lot of the signature product, Eric Costin and Paul Rodriguez, you know, some of the pinnacle innovation stuff.
It usually starts with us going out in the market. So we go on some trips, meet with consumers, meet with Paul, talk to him about what he wants, see what kids are wearing, and kind of, you know, bring that blend in. And it's also talking to accounts, retailers that we've worked with for a long time.
And then once the actual tech package is handed off to me, then I work with our factory partners overseas to make your dreams come true.
Until you get that first sample, you don't really know where you are.
We're constantly tearing apart, cutting samples, looking at how something is made and constructed.
Is it too stiff in the toe? Is it too big or bulky?
We're looking at thicknesses and bonding margins, and sorry, I'm kind of geeking out on this stuff, but I mean, that's the world that I live on a daily basis.
And it's challenging when we have those, you know, we have 4 big checkpoints and the samples have to be A+.
A breakdown of it is really, brief, drawing, first pattern, pull over, closer to a real shoe, and then you just fine tune it all the way out. We're making skateboard shoes, so it's pretty fun. It's a fun thing to be able to do.
There's a creative tension, I think, at times, but we have to work together to a kind of a common vision of what we want to accomplish.
If the 3 of us are a triad, it's like one point kind of elevates a little bit, but it's still all of us involved. You know, it might be something that I'm not thinking about because I'm just like worried about the face of the kid behind the counter that's selling it to the skate kid that's 16. He might be worried about the way the stitch connects on the inside in one spot that might rub your foot wrong in the one possible little way that it's going to hurt you. So I think as we come together on all those things and you know, make it the best possible end product for the consumer out there, that's what's most important to us, and it's nice to have a crew that I think all feel so strongly about it.
When we're at our best, we mine great consumer insight in whatever sport we're in, whether it's global football, basketball, running, soccer, skateboarding, whatever that is, mining great consumer insights, athlete insights, and creating product to help them be better and look great while they're doing it.
That's what it all comes down to. I mean, if we ever have a question that really comes up, that's when we always go back to the consumer and be like, well, what's going to be right for them? It really starts and ends with that, I think, because we're briefing it for somebody at the beginning, and at the end when it comes out and you see it on a kid's foot, that's the best part of the whole thing. If you know you're helping a kid out and be able to skate better, skate a little bit longer, a little bit safer, I mean, I think then we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Every designer, every PLM, every person that you work with pushes you in different ways, and you're constantly learning. Technologies change.
Never be afraid to change, never be afraid to learn, and never be afraid to make mistakes.
I think Nike, you know, at the end of the day was started kind of by athletes for athletes, and I think being authentic, being real, it sounds like a cliche, but it's real. The voice of the athlete is what drives us and what moves us. It's part of our mission, I think, you know, to deliver innovation and inspiration to every athlete, and if you have a body, you're an athlete.
We try stuff all the time. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Some of them kind of worked but made a weird noise. Some of them kind of worked but looked a little weird. And, you know, that's kind of what skateboarding has always been.